I'm probably gonna keep the microphone off for most of the stream just because I don't like people hearing click-clacky on my keyboard, and I don't really have a reason to talk for the most part. But you know, here we go. There's a Bellman here. It's been a while since I've streamed. Recent events have engrossed me into attempting streaming again. I've streamed on and off most of my life, but I think this time I'm gonna put a little bit more effort towards it. I think I figured out something that I'd be willing to stick towards, and a upload slash stream schedule that would work, which is whenever I fucking feel like. I don't want to stick to a strict schedule because my life is chaotic and I don't really have control over when I do and don't stream. So I'm going to be streaming both on YouTube and Twitch so I can have a YouTube VOD and also stream on Twitch to see if I can get some people to say hi. Speaking of which, I should probably... Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I should probably do that before I forget. I want to pop out the Twitch theme with drippers. Pop out chat. That'll work. Can I move this at all? Or oh, there we go. And we'll just put that right there. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Actually, fits perfectly. I'm not gonna lie. All right. With that being said, I did type the rules in the YouTube chat, but they're relatively simple. But they are as follows: one, I'm gonna be playing the game on soldier difficulty, just because, well, I suck at this game. We're not gonna be doing a tutorial. I suck at this game. Two, I am allowed to deal stun damage with things like grenades. However, when it comes to lethal damage, the only lethal damage I am allowed to deal is with shotguns. So no pistols, no snipers, no grenades, no knives, no nothing. Only shotguns. That also means, because of that, vehicles are not allowed. We will not be using vehicles. Other than that, pretty simple. Like I said, I'm not good enough at the game to play anything higher than soldier difficulty on a challenge mode. So, yeah. But for now, I think it's about time we get started with this. I'm going to mute my microphone unless like some chat shows up, and I'm just going to let the sounds of the game speak for themselves. Anyways, hope you enjoy this, and let's get going.
The year is 2009. The world teeters on the brink of nuclear war. Tensions between capitalist and communist nations are at boiling point. Every opportunity for peace has failed, as if an invisible hand inexorably steers humanity towards annihilation. We Xenonauts know the truth. The dark forces poisoning our politics are not human in origin, and we must protect our planet against this extraterrestrial threat however we can. After years spent gathering information on an enemy that few believe exist, we are finally ready to strike back. The war for our future begins now.
I will be placing the base, starting base. Now, if you've ever played XCOM or any game like XCOM that has like an Earth style, the best place to put your base is where it covers the most nations or the most areas. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This would, if I put it like here, this would cover potentially 4 separate nations. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to be going towards probably the second, well, not the best location. We're going to be placing in America because, I mean, I'm doing a shotgun only run. Of course, I'm going to be doing like an American style. Anyways, we're going to be doing America. And here's the Doomsday counter. This will only matter for now, but basically it's kind of a, you can't just sit back and do absolutely nothing in the early game. You have to do stuff. Otherwise, you'll just, lose. It won't be prevalent later, but it's prevalent for right now. Let's look at what we got. So, I still haven't quite optimized my base building like I did in Xenonauts 1 when I did my shotgun only run. And it's a little bit different from what I'm used to. However, I think I've gotten a good enough strategy. Normally, I would rush laboratories and workshops, but because energy is so necessary, I actually want to rush energy. So, we're going to build 2 generators. And there's also adjacency bonuses. So, the generator, if it's adjacent to another generator, it'll get 20% power capacity. Also, if a storm is adjacent to the access lift, it will also get adjacency bonus with a little bit extra storage. And living quarters, if they're adjacent to each other, will give more living quarter space. These are living quarters, by the way, which is basically people storage for all intents and purposes. Other than that, we'll also be building another hangar because I like having two of these fighter planes, which will be used to take down enemy UFOs or aircraft, and so we'll be needing them. Start off with 2 empty slots. I do know they did say they changed how hard points work. Interesting. So instead of a ballistic plane, I can get fuel rods. Or fuel pods, not fuel rods. I'll make them faster, but I think early game I want armor. I'm not very good at the air game in Xenonauts 1 or 2, so I'll probably mess it up a few times. Anything else we want to do with the funding available? I like getting another storeroom because unlike Xenonauts 1, your storeroom actually runs out of storage real quickly. So you're going to need another storage. I like building another radar array right up here. I'll also eventually want to build missile batteries, but that is not within our funding right now. I also want to build a medical center. I also want to build a training center. But we don't have room for that right now. We're going to build it right here. Is there anything else I'm thinking of? Nope, I think we're going to save that for now. Let's look at our dudes and show you how I set these up. Alright, so what we got here? The thing I'm looking for that's massive to me is high TUs or time units. So here's the problem with shotguns. They are actually kind of meta currently in Xenonauts but only for like flanking positions. You still want like people as shields to take damage and like take aggro and get shot at. You still want people as snipers or assault rifles in order to do long range combat against enemies you can't flank with shotgun. But for the most part, your killers are going to be shotguns at the flanks. However, when you only have shotguns, the biggest problem you're going to have is range. you don't have a very long range with a shotgun. This might shock you, but compared to other weapons, your range with a shotgun is not particularly amazing. So you need to get in there. And you need to get in there while not getting shot. Or at the very least, basically not getting shot. Either stun them, make it so they can't hit you, or just run in there so fast they can't even hit you. Easier said than done, however. So let's look at the assault they have right now. They give you a demolition charge. I've always thought maybe I'll be able to do this, but I think for this challenge, I think I can't use demolition charges because there's a chance I might hurt an enemy on the inside, and that would, get rid of the challenge. So, no demolition charges. Grenades! No. Every single unit I have will have these two main weapons, the ballistic shotgun, but they'll also have a stun rod for stunning enemies, which will be very important. There's a few ways to stun enemies. Either they can pass out from smoke inhalation using smoke grenades, which is a strategy, or you can beat them in the face with a stun baton. Now, it says it's based on the accuracy weapon and the difference in the reflexes, so we want people with high reflexes to kind of be the ones going in punching people. Right? So let me look at everyone here, because I usually don't try this hard in the early game, but I do want to actually see what I can do. Well, first off, we need everyone with ammo, 2 flashes, 2 smokes. That's the minimum I want them to have at the beginning. And we're going to save this loadout. Yep. Also, they're going to have heavy tactical armor, because, heavy armor, I think it just reduces accuracy. If it reduced movement speed, I would be more interested, but since it just reduces accuracy, which does help if you're like a few tiles away instead of like in their face, but not as important to shotguns as it is for everyone else. So yeah. So everyone's gonna be swapped to assault. Now let's see here. Dog barking. Is there a way to sort them via... Oh, you know what? I might be able to look at this. So, time units. Our person with the highest time units actually is in base. Or not on the missile thing. It's in base. Oh. Our lowest time units is Private Sarah Roberts. Her accuracy is high, but I don't think that's gonna matter that much. She's got extremely low bravery. Yeah, we'll put her in the background. Did she even have high strength? She has okay. She has pretty good. Actually, she does have really high strength compared to everyone else. And that is important. For now, you're going to be unassigned. You have good reflexes. She also has relatively low reflexes, which is important. Your bravery is also really low. Do you have anything? Your HP? Your HP is actually pretty okay. But you have the second less to use, and even though you're relatively tanky, I prefer just not to get shot, but your reflexes are good too, and so is your strength. I think I'm gonna have you on the Skyhawk. Yeah, because of your strength mostly. Your HP is radically low. You have good reflexes though, so we definitely want you in the Skyhawk. Private K. Jackson. Good reflexes, good bravery, Skyhawk. You low accuracy, pretty bad. There's a good strength and good to use. Skyhawk, and I am gonna switch you because I'm gonna do something with him. I think, unless maybe I'll make him that. No, I might go back to Assault. He has good bravery, low reflexes, low accuracy, but high T. Yeah, okay, so you are going to be doing something else. And I'll show you what I'm going to do, because there's going to be one of these in every squad. I've always considered having 2 of what I'm going to show off, but not sure. So we have 5 more, so what else do I want to put on there? Well, in that case, if we're not going to be using you for that, let's unassign you and put the next person in that line. Skyhawk. Low strength, low that. Yeah, you're not getting assigned. Let's assign it to people that... Yeah, these guys' bravery are so fucking low. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay. So, let's go back. So where's our grenadier? There he is. So we are actually creating a new loadout. Let's give me this. Medic. So yeah, you don't have the strength to carry this shit. You're not going to be. So give him a shotgun, but we're also gonna give him a medic bag. And he's gonna get no ammo for a shotgun. And he's not gonna be going in melee either. We're not gonna have him punching things. So instead, we're gonna go smoke flash, and that's all he can have because he's weak, right? Yeah, he's really weak. But he's really fast, has a high amount of bravery, so very low chance of him panicking, which if he panics in a bad situation, we're probably fucked. And yeah, save that. And because he's not gonna be, well, we don't need it. But it's also weighty. Yeah, and because he's pretty weak. Yeah, in that case, yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, he's not got much because he's fucking weak as shit. Well, we'll improve on that. But he's gonna be a starting medic. The idea for how I usually use my medic is, yeah, he's got a high amount of TUs, but that's only because I want to be able to run out a short distance, use his healing, and then run back. He's not a combatant. He's kind of just there to make sure people don't bleed to death. I'm not even going to use him that much for actual HP healing. It's mostly just to cure bleeds. But he's still very important, so we're going to keep that. Okay, with that being said, I think that's all of our early game stuff. So now we're just waiting for the first mission. I'll pause every once in a while just so you guys can read this. Alright, this is the gate crasher of this game. Atlas Base. If you lose this, you lose, so don't fail your gate crasher. Launch combat team, 13 hours. Ooh, okay, now I can launch a combat team. I'm not sure if... Oh yeah, this is important too. Alright, so I was actually thinking about this, and I think I'm going to swap how the positions are going to work. Okay. I can only have 8. Now we'll do what we always do. Okay, never mind. We'll switch over. So yeah, because then we haven't been pushing it. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Commander, this is a critically important mission. We left on. Oh. Oh, that's sad. So yeah, this is a strategy game, and we're gonna start with this position. I usually, at the beginning, would have like 2 here, like 2 everywhere, but we're just gonna do this for now. And we're gonna end our turn, wait, and then the first actual turn will start. All right, the first important thing to note. Is look at all the people you use. Ooh, we got the lowest TU percent. That kind of sucks. And whenever you are about to breach, the person with the highest TUs, or I guess in this case, whoever's closest to the center, should be the one to open the door. So, open the door. Dude! Now, because he's the first dude we see, we are going to try something risky. We're gonna run up. Well, actually, because how is your throwing arm? Not particularly hot, especially with him in the way. But if we move him up 1, should be a little bit better. Now he needs to move up a little bit more. Okay, we didn't get shot yet. So that's good. Yeah, but now he's gonna get hit. Well, we already moved up a few times. I wanted to stun him before we ran up to him so he wouldn't hit me, but it's a little bit late for that. It's fine. He's scared. There we go. He is stunned. That was an extremely risky move, but early game I can afford to do that. Okay, now we have a cleaner soldier on the ground, unconscious. So we only need 1. So now everyone else, kill on sight. 2 people in here. Story. We can kill 2 of them, but we can't kill 3 of them. He's not gonna be able to throw a grenade, I think. These beds will provide cover. So I think the move here. Move him here. Do we have enough for 2? No. Go for the 1 kill. Good job. And then smoke here. I didn't give him breath. Oh, I completely forgot to give him smoke masks. There's an item in the game that allows you to not get stunned from smoke inhalation. I forgot to give him it. And frick, in that case, it's gonna suck for him, but he's gonna have to crouch here. And you, what is your? How do I look at you? There we go. Your reflexes are good. Whoa, okay. In that case, just stand there. Just stand there and just fuck them up if they try coming your way. At the very least, hopefully you can suppress them. Okay, next up. Just one dude, huh? Okay. Case. There we go. Alright, Private. I'm probably gonna need you over here in a second. I have a very strong feeling. Go ahead and go over here. And just get ready for anything. You, I want you to go over here and cover this door. You take cover. You smoke off the back. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna take a lot of stun damage, which really sucks. Yeah, what are you looking at? Oof. Ooh, he's actually close to being knocked out. That's bad. Okay, what are your shot chances? Not very high. Private, I'm gonna have to save the day here. Is he still in smoke? He is. It's so hard to tell where the smoke is, so either 25. He might pass out smoke inhalation if I have him go through this way. But if he passes out from smoke inhalation, that's actually good. So funny thing is, even if you're bleeding, like having like a ton of bleed stacks, which bleeding is part of this game, if you pass out, your bleed just automatically disappears. So, okay. He barely didn't pass out because, so it doesn't include, I guess it also includes, like, healable health too. That's good. Anyways, die. What are the chances you can get up to him and heal him? Not very high. So we're gonna have you run around a corner. Can you smoke? Yeah, give it a shot. Or you could just do that. You know what? That's fair too, I suppose. The good news is, even with that, they might be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. And normally I don't do this, but because we have someone watching that angle, yeah, we're fine. Move up. move up to here. Alright, everyone, get ready to break the close next door. And enter. That's bad. Ah, he's unconscious. Good. Well, I hope he's unconscious. He looks pretty fucking dead to me. That's exactly what I was worried of. Oh my god, that's what I get for not bringing smoke grenade. Okay. Well, you get to die now. And he might have been fine too if I was able to throw smoke. Okay, you need to run over to his corpse. Nope, he is pretty fucking dead. He is pretty fucking dead. That is really unlucky. Who has the most HP? You do. Okay, clear. There is a chance he might come back alive. There's a 15% chance he doesn't die. But that is... yeah, that's really unfortunate. Also means I need to either flank or go up. She's only got 36 HP, man. This might be... she might be fucking dead. Clear. Okay, we got lucky, no movement. I think they're all scared now. Who among you is the quickest shot in the West? You have 50 54 reflexes. You are. And we're clear. Okay. All the enemies were in here. Alright, so what is that? 1, 2, 3, 5 enemies? Okay. So all 3 of the enemies, there weren't any corridors, there weren't any here, there's like nothing here. There's like 1 enemy here, so 6. They all just grouped up here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. You stay there. Ready for a breach. Alright. Let's see in here. Run. Run. One breach. One. Okay. You're not gonna do anything. You're probably just gonna throw smoke, so you open. You. I recognize you. All of you. I don't remember anything about you. I'll allow you to fear. Alright, there are 3 enemies in here, which means we are missing one. That's the bad news. The good news is that we can just throw them right here. And now they basically can't do anything. So, what's important here is we want to capture the general alive. This is very important. We want him alive. Not dead, alive. Which is why I suppressed him. Now, who has the most health out of here? Everyone? I need you to run. Ow. That's why I had him run up first. Okay, so he's bleeding. Who is probably not going to get anywhere anytime soon? You. I don't want to smoke them out because I don't have smoke things. So instead, I'm gonna run up here. Crouch. We're not gonna be able to make it now, but we can jump over this next turn. So we're gonna run up here, go over, crouch, equip bayonets, go over here, crouch. You'll get a few shots off, but we should be fine. And crouch. And you actually probably do like I want you to. Let me get some healing. And crouch. He might actually shoot my medic. No, he shot. Wow, nice shot. Well, anyways, we're gonna beat you to death with sticks. There we go. Alright, let's see if we got lucky on the down. If not, that's unfortunate, but there's a reason we have multiple troops at the beginning. We have more than enough troops at the beginning of the game. And it's only a private, so gabagoo. He survived! He's injured for 29 days, but he did get a Crimson Heart. So in the first game, the only thing medals ever gave you was morale, which was bravery, which would help with a lot of things. But this gives you +1 to all stats, so getting medals is actually really important. You got wounded, that's unlucky, and you got injured. Okay. So, operation points. We use operation points to do operative things, which can, as it says here, means we can get money, reduce tension, which is the Doomsday thing, or we can use it to get permanent upgrades to Doomsday counter. that is what we're going to do, and that's really fucking unfortunate. They're heavily guarded. It's elite, but it's also heavily guarded. That's really fucking unlucky. It's standard 25. We might be able to just wait to get that one. Or we could just recruit this one. I like getting -1 Doomsday, at least 1 or 2 -1 Doomsdays. Because it makes the death timer go up way slower. So we're going to do that. But the elite one is currently heavy guarded, so it kind of sucks. We're going to save the rest of the points then. You can get things like increased research, research project duration, operation points per day, which is also useful, but I'd rather just pick this up right away. More funding, I like Doomsday just to like I said, to relax on how much Doomsday stuff I need. So we're gonna do general interrogation because that'll give us a lot of points. Then wait for analysis. Oh yeah, we can't queue. One of my complaints I have about this game, you can't queue research. It's a minor thing. It's like, it's a niggling thing, but it is a thing. And we're saving up money, so we'll get that. And here's the autopsy for the cleaner. He's a dude. A very mind-controlled dude. Pick up operation points per day now since we picked that up. Could try and like just max out the European one though. That wouldn't make much sense to in North America. Which also is kind of funny that all North American things are heavily guarded. I haven't tried focusing on one. Maybe I should try that. I'm gonna do a supporter here. We'll try for it. Why not? Yeah, it is. Infiltrator is activated. And one of them is on security thing. That's kind of sucky. Limited by spending operation points. Yeah. Basically, all these red things, we can get rid of the Doomsday dude. And yeah, it'd be 1 nice Doomsday per day. So like I said, it helps a little bit. Now we get 100 operation points for having the general interrogated. And we don't need to pick up combat vehicles because we can't use vehicles. So, yeah. Ooh, alien abduction site. Okay. We're not going to do that yet because we do have to switch a few things around. First off, we're actually going to autofill the dropship here because we didn't really lose that much. Unassign you, autofill, new private, 2 new corporals. We also need to equip everyone with this. It's a weight of 6, but I'd rather them not just pass out the smoke inhalation, personally. That includes you too, bro. Or you could just not be in the smoke. Good. Okay. If I really wanted to min-max it, I could be like, go to the airship, be like, alright, where's all the people going and where? And like, oh, you're not looking the right way. I do kind of wish I could see it in this thing. It's like what their TUs and their stats are. But whatever. Launch combat team. Now it's 15 minutes. We'll get there before nighttime. You want to avoid nighttime missions as much as possible because they only hurt you. There's no reason, unless you absolutely are forced to run a nighttime mission. There's no benefit. You'd be thinking, nighttime mission, okay, everything's dark, which means maybe you can get closer to the enemy and they'll be fine. Nope. The aliens have night vision. They can see in the dark. We can't. There's no such thing as night vision goggles in this game. To my knowledge, that might be later, but all it does is force you to not see enemies that shoot at you much easier. We're just gonna go with that. Alright, where are we at? 47 minutes. Okay. Give me 1 second. Before I do this, I'm gonna get some food real quick, so I will be right back. Oh. There we go. There we go. Alright, and rear big screen goes down. And we need to send over there. Alright, where are we? Corner. Got it. And we already see our first actual alien of the game. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of forgot what they call it. It's not a sectoid. It's definitely not a sectoid. I think it's... no, I'm thinking civilian, and that's the lizard people. Yeah, I forget what these things are called. It's been a little bit since I played this game, so give me a break. Alright. So, normally I would be like, alright, let's slow this down, let's pop smoke, let's move it in slow. We don't have time to move slow. Not in a mission like this. But we can't exactly just let them have free reign on us either. We don't have the health and tankiness for that. But we can't exactly afford to sit on our laurels either, because we have 7 turns to release all 10 civilians. Now, it's not a loss if we don't lose all 10, but it's not good if we don't release all 10, because Doomsday will go up higher, and the entire point of what we want to do here is to keep Doomsday low. So we want to work fast. And we're going to have to move fast too. And especially since we're in a corner, which immediately is, I don't know if it's good or bad, because there's going to be like civilians all the way in the back corner of the map compared to our corner. So like, yeah, we're going to have to move fast. The first thing I'm going to want to do is stun this piece of shit. So Corporal, you're up. What's your throwing armor like? Nowhere near enough. However, like I said, we want to do stun him, but if we can only pop a smoke, we'll pop a smoke. Now, they are intelligent, so they'll try and always move to the best position to shoot. That will force them to move, so that's a good thing. That also means we don't want to really give them the opening, so we're going to crouch you. Anything in here? Nope. Can we move over here? Nope. Alright. So that's step A. Step B. Private, do you see anything? No, but there is a dude with an AK over there. And there's an alien over there too. He might actually kill that alien. Let's see if he can do it. Kind of throwing caution to the wind, but you kind of have to on your first move in an alien abduction. You cannot, like I said, because of the stakes, you cannot afford to just sit around. Unfortunately, it's only one taking the cover there, so we're gonna probably want to move over here. And also because she's here, might try to do some weird stuff, shenanigans there. And you can go in there. I actually have a special task for you. I need you to smoke here. Go over here and crouch with him. And I need you to move up with him. Alright. 3, 2, 1, break. Does not kill him, and he dies doing it. You know what? He gave it his best. And now he's gonna retreat. Oh, that was a different one. It does not hit it. Now we know he's here. So we can throw stun. And generally enemies who are stunned will not move. They will either try and shoot or they'll stay there. I'm not sure if that's a purposeful programming thing or a bug. But the point is that because of that, we can actually probably stun lock him. And he's at 25 HP, he's going to be easier to stun. So yeah, we're going to want to stun him. And there's the Alamau right now. Can you move up one more? Yeah. Tons out, go over here and crouch, and you two go over here, baton out and crouch. You on there then, motherfucker, you are dying. We are killing your ass. While we're at it, we're gonna have her run up over here. What's another alien? Where are the cleaners? There are human enemies in this map, and I have yet to see one. Can you run up and open this door for me? No. He can run up and open the door for you. Well, I'd rather not risk that happening, so... What are the chances you can throw a grenade at him? Very little. In that case... Oh, you tried. Actually, hold up. 1734. I'd rather you just take a full shot. Didn't work. Okay. Smoke him. Hope that they miss. You crouch. And the medic is going to move up here and hide. Enter. God damn, really? God damn, what are the chances of him that hit? Okay, he's got one bleed, he's panicking. 32% hit chance because the enemies, the reflexes of these little guys are fucking insane. But we really don't have a choice. We need to take this dude out. Okay, good. All right, there is a strategy we can do here. First step, smoke. Partially protect him, partially because we need to set up for something. Okay, we have a knocked out sectoid. So, I think something with the seeds like Sicilian or something. Anyways. So we know where you are. We could run up and see if we can get a shot on him. We did. Oh, he's face. So if the enemy is facing away, and if your enemy is facing away, your character has a way lower chance of reacting. And he's gonna regret that. Smoke him off again. You rescued civilian. There's also, we saw another one over here too, right? Yeah, over here. Just bolt it. Alright, it's 2. We did forget about the civilian over here, but I have things we need to do first. Now, there's a chance he might actually lose his bleeding stack. Uh-oh. You suck. Nope, he did not lose his bleeding stack. Alright! Remember I said if your character has too much smoke inhalation, he'll just, he'll lose all bleeding stacks? Well, time to put that to use. Now he won't die. He's no longer available for the rest of the combat, but he's not dead. Which is massive. Okay, you can get over here. You know what? We've gone through so many enemies already. There's a low chance of meeting up more, so I need you to run up here. Yeah, it's all sectoids. Well, because it's like, I know civilians. It's like these are like C somethings, but yeah, no, these. Okay, what are the chances you hit this? You got it. Good. Run up. Shoot this bitch. You can get to cover here. Now it's your turn to start smoking him off. You just crouch. And you can walk up here. And you can walk over here. As we... Oh, and you too, I suppose. We need you to reinforce this side, so... Go over here for now. But we need you to reinforce this side. Wait, did they change this? Unconscious user can you suffer damage from any unhealed bleeding wounds or nearby explosion? Something goes to 0 points or die. They actually changed this. These okay, never mind. It actually doesn't work anymore. This used to work. I haven't played this game in a bit. Oh, that's the best we could have done. There's no way we're saving him. It wasn't happening. If I would have known that, I would have had him run up and pick something up, but it's fine. He's gonna go over here and start fighting this guy now. Or shoot that log. No, I really fuck that log. I wonder if it's something out there because we can check on it. Okay, well, either way, we are running. so far. Okay, he decided to go after me. Okay, I think yeah, this is your best shot. And you missed it. And you missed it. Can anyone get in range to save your ass? You have nothing. You can't. Well, perfect. It's been nice knowing you. Alright. May your death be peaceful. Wait. Oh, no. Yeah, we already talked about it. You can't get anywhere near it. Unless. Yeah, no. He's going to get fully bursted and hit, yeah. So there's no way he survives this. Unless the panics, which I don't think is a thing. Aliens can panic, but I think that's unrelated to what we're doing to them. And ow, ow. He's not suffering. 3 bleeding wounds. Is fleeing. Where? Wait. Wait. He's gonna die bleeding. Oh, he actually will get there faster. Okay. He needs 25 TUs. There's the last 2. Can you get a punch up on him in the back? Not really. Not much could have done there. If he didn't flee, I actually think I could have saved him. If he didn't flee. This is why bravery is so important. Who wants a kill? I actually might want to see if I can get the kill on him. What are your chances? Not really. Okay. Unlucky. Unlucky. If he didn't panic, I could have saved him. I technically did the right move there, but got unlucky with the roll. Even if he didn't flee and just panicked, we would have been fine. But he panicked. He fled instead of panicking. If he panicked, I could have saved him. That's really unlucky. Let me just check on something real quick. Okay. Well, first death. Rest in peace, Yang. You bled to death, and your cowardice is what caused you, soldier. Oh, right. I keep on pressing. I just got done playing a different game. Alright. We're gonna do that, and then after that, we're gonna do 1 combat armor and melee medic weapons. Okay. That's what happens when you're a coward. You die. Cowardice does not pay in this game. Restoring combat armor. First UFO. And for the way I do it is really simple. Tail into overland. He's gonna go right next to our base. Even though it's right next to our base, it's still gonna take a day for us to fully salvage it. Gives the alien alloys. No research aerial warfare, which we might pick up next. Oh no, we won't get weapons first. Soldier extraction. We could definitely use some sergeants. Before we do that, let's check up on everyone. Autofill dropship. You're basically at full health. Ugh. Disgusting. I probably don't need to have extra ammo on all these people, but I never want to run out. So I'd rather not risk it. How is Corporal Oxbaker now? Still got no strength. Aircraft. Oh, okay, we can only have 3 anyways. Well, in that case, let's give our privates a chance here. Except for Corporal Alex Baker, because we need our medic. Okay, got soldier. Yep. So we got our energy. Got a decent amount of power capacity for now. We should only need 4. We'll be a little bit tough on that for now, but we don't want to build anything else. I would like a training center, but we just don't have the money for it. Because now we need to build an Angel Interceptor. Commence battle. Alright, this one is a little bit different. Also, we're going to have to change the rules a little bit here. Or not so much change, just bend them a little. Because soldier extraction, well, yeah. Well, here's the problem. These guys don't have shotguns. They have assault rifles. In fact, all they have is an assault rifle and medic. So, in a normal situation, this would be okay because I mean they're sergeants, and they have assault rifles, which means they have no ammo, but they're still going to do some pretty good jobs. This is not the case here. Because these guys can't shoot. They can only heal. However, I would like to at least get a full view of what you're dealing with right now. Not even you know what you're dealing with right now, which is not comforting in the slightest. Oh, sorry, I forgot you're there. Sorry. Right now, we have no idea where anything is. These we don't know where any enemy is. Oh shit, I forgot he didn't have that. Oof. Thank God I'm basically saying this is our first run. Because I don't plan to succeed because I'm gonna mess up a lot. That's all of you. If these guys with reaction fire or anything do damage, I'm not going to be like, oh, the run's over, because this is out of my control which missions I get here. You might want to get out of here, bro. Oh, looks like we found some enemies already. We have a flanking unit. So he got shot from here. Let's see if we can see who shot him. Okay, he's in between here then. In that case, we have a pretty good idea where he is here. That was not a good one. Okay, I'm actually going to use you as a scout. There he is. Yeah, he didn't get it. He got hit, but he thinks it's done. I'd like to bring him with us, but I don't think it's going to happen. Well, he already shot two, so press him. Get back. Oh my god, there's someone behind us. I even checked behind us, but he must have either moved or I didn't see him right away. That's unfortunate. Okay, we don't know where anyone else is either, so... Okay, you guys, move up. You get ready to. Oh no. Get ready to own this guy's ass. Because I'd like to capture him alive if I can. He's gonna have a shot, but it's gonna be a pretty bad one. Well, that's just unfortunate. Okay, we now have an unidentified enemy all in the back, and someone who just fucking popped one of our soldiers all the way from the other side of the fucking map. Well, that's the bad news. The good news is they're right next to the, right next to extract, so we might still be fine. Problem is now we have once again an uncontrolled flank because I knew they'd probably be over there. I didn't think they'd run up like that though. Okay, that's kind of my fault for not at least securing the flank. You kind of a weak arm, huh? Yeah, you might want to stay there. Yeah, you gotta smoke. Okay, you are safe. You're safe. You're safe. You are gonna be slow as fuck. Probably should have had you drop all your weapons and stuff. And he is once again, he's unknown. Not a fan of that. Well, the good news is the mission's complete. Great news is how many people can get out alive. What's the heaviest items you have? Shotgun. That's a how many more smokes do we have left? None? Oh wait, no, we have some smokes. Oh, nope, they don't have smokes either. Okay. Okay. Just got to hope for the best. Well, that's not the worst. Oh, there you are. So I'm gonna load this save, and I want to see something. So he got knocked unconscious. Do we have to extract with him for considered alive, or it could be like MIA? This is a test. So he got shot up. If we just leave now, or can we, as always? Okay. Well, that answers that question. Use all our smokes too soon. I don't think I've worried about this flank. And we know where he is from the previous move. So. No man left behind. Oh, wait, you're not one of my soldiers. I'm gonna have to redo this turn. How do you... Oh, you're carrying a dead body, as why. actually did move. That's rare. That's crazy. Anyways, die. Should be everyone. Mission complete, but not as much as I would like it to be. But we did extract everyone, and we got a cleaner soldier on top of that. And a sergeant to replace a private who probably lost because of the fucking piece of shit that flanked us. That's my fault for not securing the flanks. I thought we'd be fine. They survived! Damn, that 15% goes hard. It's hard 25-15%, maybe 9. It's not infinitely high, but yeah, no. I have to keep him alive. That's why you give it to the medic, even though he's got no strength. He did get some strength though, so that's good. Also, while we're at it, well, what's there? I'll be back. Alright, I am back. And I got food. Probably gonna eat that after this. Okay, so. I haven't seen what the bonus is. Yeah, okay, BRB. So, let's see. I want to see what that's like. So, eliminate infiltrator. Okay, recruit supporter here. And it takes. Oh, I forgot to leave that up. Take this clear soldier. Very well done. Nothing to do right now, except for just kind of wait. We got worn combat armor. And we have 31 alloys, which means we can make 5. And I actually will be able to get the biology plot right away. And I don't think this is one. I don't think it's like XCOM where it's like the further you progress in the plot, the harder the enemies get right away. I think it's based off of overall days spent. So we're gonna do research now, and we should be able to get this and get extra monthly spending right before we need it. So that's good. Yeah, it says there invasion gets 6 days. An ambush. All right. It'll take us, yeah, we should be fine. Autofilled dropship. Icebreaker is still a corporal medic. We have 2 sergeants now, actually. Go and equip your assault. You have 1 uninjured private. I'm just gonna put in the dropship. I've been running out. Oh, oops. I've been running out of smokes as of late, so we're gonna see if we can run more smokes. Oh god, he can run a lot of smokes actually. Not enough of that though. So no smoke, no flash. Smoke, no flash. Okay. And tactical Bible. All right. Let's see if we can do this quickly. Oh! Oh! Oh, this is such a better setup. Usually it's in an ice biome and it's usually like a straight... Oh, this is so much better for me. Oh, this is gonna be juicy. Okay. So we want our best soldiers to take down their top soldiers. So we'll put 1 here. And our corporal will put... Let's put them here. Private. It's gonna do a weakest, so we're gonna put them here. Second private, we're also gonna put there. Our medic is gonna be hiding, as he does. I would like him to get killed if I could, but well, let's not depend on him to get a kill, ever. Third sergeant, we'll go over here. Excellent, we're gonna be pretty good for this. I think, yeah, we're gonna need to, all right. So what's the mission for today? So armored enemies are actually pretty bad for us. Unless they just die like that. But because their armor actually resists each bullet fired, as you can see. I actually need the medic out here to take a shot at this dude. Alright, 2 privates on the side. Okay, well, it's a pretty good alpha strike. We might still lose some soldiers here, which would suck, but... what are you gonna do? Ooh, our privates are gonna be feasting well tonight. There we go. Simple straight mission. And that'll probably be the last one for this recording. Just kind of getting back as a groove of things. Sergeant got wounded, and one injured, and let's get, yeah, and everyone, we got 1 upgrade. I'm surprised. Yeah, you both got 2 kills, and only one you got an upgrade. Interesting. Anyways, any alien allies from that? No, I didn't think so. I didn't. Oh, but yeah, either way, we're gonna have to wait on that. So we're gonna save the game and go part 1. And that'll be it for now. I might record a little bit later tonight, but for right now, I'm gonna go enjoy my food. So for now,